Hi everyone, today I'm going to try and show you how to remove the orange flash hider from your KWA H&K MP7, and we're trying to do it quick. So the first step is to remove your front and rear sights just with an everyday Phillips head screwdriver. So let's do that. Alright, now that that's complete, the next step is to remove these Allen keys on the top rail. Allen key holes. So I don't actually have the right size, but I found a screwdriver head that works. So that might be the same problem you have. Just find a tip that'll work with it. Once that's complete, the next step is to just pop off this top rail right here. It might be a little firm at first, but that's okay. There we go. We got it off. So the next portion, we're going to have to remove this front segment from the gun. There's a little button right here, and there's also one on the bottom that we're going to have to push at the same time, then we can remove it. So you might have to use a screwdriver or whatnot to hold one in while you push the other one, and you can slide it off. But that's what we'll do next. So I was initially incorrect about where these two little buttons were. The second one is actually in front of this integrated foregrip. So you'll have to push that and the top one. I'm going to zoom in here for a second so you can see a little better. Once you push those, you can slide off that front portion of the gun. Okay, that was definitely the hardest part. But you just kind of have to push one end down while you hold this lip so it doesn't slip back into place, and then at the same time flip the gun over and push this one out, and then just kind of pull out this piece. Be gentle with it. Don't rush. There's no shame here. Kind of have to use some force to pull this part out. But now, as you can see, we have pretty much just the end of this barrel, this outer barrel remaining. Next, we're going to boil some water, and we're going to set the gun into it and try and ease the glue. We can unscrew it. Alright, so we filled up a pot with water. Let's turn your stove on and let the water sit there until it starts to boil. Alright, it's been a few minutes. Our water's starting to boil. So the next step is we're going to put this water into our cup. So we can go ahead and turn this off. Okay, so we transferred our water into the cup. As you can see, it's nice and hot. We're going to stick our gun into it. You're going to want to make sure you get all the way up past the orange tip in there, because that's where it's actually secured to the threads. And then you're going to want to let it sit there for about 10 minutes. Alrighty, you guys. So it's been roughly 10 minutes, and just a little tip, if you have something handy like this, like just a cabinet knob or something, you can attach your stock to, keep your gun standing upright, that way you don't have to hold it yourself. But let's take the gun out and we'll move on to the next step. Okay everybody, so we're going to move on to the next step, which is removing the flash hider itself. So a big thing to remember is that it is a 12mm clockwise tip, which means that it tightens when you turn it clockwise and it loosens when you turn it counterclockwise, just like you would any normal bottle cap or something. So let us go for it. As you can hear, it's loosening up in there. It's a little tight, so what I'm going to try is taking a wrench. I'm going to try and put it right there, tighten it up as best as I can. Alright, so it's not budging. We're going to go back to the water. Okay, so no panic if your tip doesn't come off immediately. Sometimes you have to do this more than once. So we put it back in our warm water and we're going to wait a few more minutes and try again. Okay, we let the gun sit in the water for about 10 more minutes. We're going to try this a second time. Ladies and gentlemen, I think we finally found success. So what I had to do, there's kind of like these flat portions right in between this part and the orange tip, and I just had to tighten this wrench so it was pretty secure on there. I'm trying to show that, but it's giving me enough leverage now to kind of turn this, so I'm going to continue with the process. So look at that. We've done it. We succeeded. So now that we've finished removing the flash hider, you're going to want to take either a paper towel or maybe a little toothbrush that you don't need anymore. Just wipe off any excess glue there might be up here. But now I'm going to show you why I did this in the first place. So just an aside before we continue. Remember, all you have to do in order to put the gun back together is put this front portion on first, replace the top rail cover, place the Allen keys back in their spots, and put your front and rear sight back on. Okay, we've got everything put back together, and now I'm going to attach this Matrix QD suppressor. It came with this flash hider right here, so it's a little tricky actually. If you consider buying this, it's a little deceptive at first, but all you're going to do is actually just push down on this top portion. Let me focus this. There's a little spring action like that, and when you push down, it allows you to insert the flash hider. So let's do this. So here's the finished product. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I tried to make it from the perspective of a beginner. This is actually my first time doing this modification, so I tried to include all the errors that I ran into so that you guys can relate and hopefully find success on your own. But enjoy decorating your guns, and this is me signing off.